I'm joined by the head coach of the Nittany Lions, James Franklin. Coach, the team's first trip to Baltimore in more than 20 years. It has to be good for the program to play a game in Baltimore with more than 10,000 alums there. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, very much so. I think our guys will be excited. You know, whenever you play in a pro stadium, that's fun and that's exciting. We got a huge alumni base and fan base there. We got a bunch of players from the Maryland, D.C. area. So, it should be great, and we're excited about going and playing.
From a big picture perspective, why is that area so important in terms of recruiting?
Well, it's in our footprint. You look at Penn State, you look at all the great players that we've had that have come from within 6 hours of campus. New Jersey's had a big impact. We've talked about in the past, Ohio needs to get back to having a big impact. Obviously, Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C., Delaware, this region. And you look at the Maryland, D.C. area, they've put out great players that have gone on and impacted college programs all over the country as well as the NFL. So if we can keep those guys home and be a part of what we're doing here, we think that'll be really, really important for us moving forward.
What have you learned about your team in terms of the way they bounced back from Saturday, and what did you learn about the team on Saturday night?
Well, number one, we played a really talented team, the number one team in the country. We're on the road in a hostile environment, and we had opportunities. We had opportunities to be up 10-0 on the road against the number one team in the country. If I would have said that ahead of time, a lot of people would have took that. But we had opportunities that we didn't take advantage of. We got to get those things cleaned up. But we have bounced back before, and we'll bounce back again. And with a young team going through these experiences, the highs, the lows, the positives, the negatives, as long as they're handled the right way, you can grow from them.
You've talked about those opportunities a lot. Are there little things you can say or do, or is it just a matter of simply going out and making the plays when they're there?
I think it's really making plays, and I think it's winning. People ought to say, well, how do you teach winning, or how do you build confidence? By winning. How do you build confidence? By having successful plays over and over and over again, and that just becomes a part of your culture. So, we're still working through that. We need to be more consistent in all three phases. We need to do a better job with our field position. That's been a major factor for us now 2 years. Playing really good defense, playing consistent on special teams, and finding a way to grind it out on offense. So we got to do a better job there.
Why is Saquon so good in terms of his yak yardage? What does he do that enables him to have so much success after contact, or if a guy misses a tackle? He
has a lot of skills that usually are acquired later in your career as a junior and senior. So you're talking about a guy that has the frame, has the speed, has the athleticism, also has the ability to make people miss, has the size at 223 pounds or whatever he may be to break tackles. And a lot of times you see guys that are speed mentality backs or quickness mentality backs but can't run for power. He's a guy that can make you miss, run by you, and is willing to lower his shoulder. So there's not too many guys in college football, and there's not too many guys in a lot of industries where a guy is able to do so many things well. And he's got a lot of tools in his tool belt.
How much fun is it to coach a guy like that has all those things in the tool belt, but also a guy that likes to work hard? Yeah,
he gets it. He came in with the right mentality. He's embraced it. He's had opportunities. He's taken advantage of his opportunities. So I'm really pleased with him, and I'm really happy for him, and I think he's going to continue to grow as a player. He's going to have a dramatic impact on our team and specifically our offense.
Maryland Saturday, 3:30, a staff you're familiar with and a place you're familiar with. What have you seen from that team in terms of the way they play on offense?
They play hard. They got some playmakers. I think they kind of have their quarterback situation settled now, which has helped them. But they play hard. They play aggressive. They got playmakers that are making plays for them. They do a lot of the stuff that we saw last week with a mobile quarterback, kind of running the spread with a lot of run-pass options and things like that. So it'll be a really good challenge for us.
When you look at the way their defense plays, what stands out?
I think the physicality. They're going to load the box up. They're going to outnumber you in the box. They feel obviously real confident about Likely, their corner, who's a special talented guy, not only in special teams but on defense. They're disruptive up front. They're big and physical, and their corners kind of allow them to play that style. They put their corners on an island. And they're going to force us to throw the ball and take shots.
Second straight week on the road. What do you want to see out of your team on Saturday?
I just want to see us go out and compete and fly around with confidence. I thought on Saturday that showed up a few times where they made some plays on us and we got a little hesitant. and didn't play as aggressive and fast as we've had in the past. So we got to get back to playing like that. And don't be afraid to make a mistake, play to win. We got to call the game that way. We got to play the game that way.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.